Hello, and welcome to Gary's Garage. Today we're actually in Steve's garage, but we're working on the Santa Fe today. What we got going on is motor mounts. So this car, it's got 170,000 kilometers on it. It is the V6 3.5 port injection engine, and there's a small vibration under acceleration. So I feel one of the motor mounts has failed. So I figured at some point, if one's failed, they're probably all failed. So we've got all four of them. We're going to replace all four of them today. So that's what we're going to do. So right now I'm just getting the car jacked up. So let's get started. So the motor's suspended now underneath on the oil pan. What we want to do is we want to loosen these three bolts that connect the bracket to the top of the motor mount and the top of the motor mount bolt, and then we'll take the rest of them off. They're all cracked loose now. Well, that's the order that we're going to remove them in. And we're going to be able to, you don't have to take this mount off. I don't think it makes a difference. Sometimes they're difficult to get up all the way. We just need to swing it out of the way so we can get the motor mount off. So now I'm just raising up the engine a bit just to take that pressure off the motor mount. Put this on here. So there's just enough room to get the socket ratchet in there to get these bolts off that hold this motor mount on the frame of the car. That connector plate from the top of the motor just easily lifted right off. It's nice and clean underneath. This will be no problem going back together. And there we go. I think. There we go. Super. Oh, so we're just going to clean that up a little bit, and then we'll put the new one in. Okay, so we've cleaned the surface off now. So we just place the motor mount in. Looks good. And yeah, if you find the power steering reservoirs in the way, you can disconnect it and move it aside to give yourself more room. But I think we can work around it. I don't think it's a big deal. This one's not going all nice and smooth. And you know why? Is it the wrong one? No, there's a bunch of burrs on the threads. Oh. Bunch of burrs. Bunch of burrs? Yep. Take a look at that. Oh yeah. What is that? What are we looking at here? It's not real terrible, but
not the best.
Yeah.
You can feel it when you torque it down.
Yeah, I don't want to use any lubricant on it, but
no.
let's see if we can figure this out here. All right, so we're just going to got all the nuts on and the bolts in, so we're just going to torque this to 70 foot-pounds. These bolts go into the frame rails, and they're steel. The nut portion is steel, and then that bolt is a stud, and so yeah, that can be torqued as well to 70 foot-pounds. All right, let's get. Now there's this
the bracket, the upper engine mount bracket. We take the thread protector off and carefully install the bracket, lining it up. Now this is when, there we go. Nice. Get that to sit down. Nope. Now this is where there might be a slight movement, or the you know, because the motor mount is made out of rubber, and it can be slightly out of place. You know, there's slight difference between one and the other, so it might have to move. So we just sort of, there's a pin that's got to go into the top of the mount, and it's not setting in. Oh, wait a second. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. See, there's a pin. Oh, there's a little pin right at the back.
And that doesn't seem to be seating itself.
Does it possibly look like it's not perfectly lined up?
Well, this is at, you see how this is off a little bit?
Yeah.
This is not exactly, and this one is not exactly
right, yeah,
perpendicular to the side of the car.
Yeah. Right.
So, it's almost like you want to put it in.
I'm wondering if we...
Oops. Just a sec here. This should seat itself.
Just, yeah. I mean, we can raise and lower the car a little bit too, but I'm just
I
wondering
almost think
if
this stud's got to come this way.
why don't we unbolt the mount itself from the body? I know we've torqued it and everything, and then we can turn it back and forth a little bit until we get this pin down and set into place, and then we can work it all together. So let's take it apart here. There we go. So loosen the mount off, motor mount, and then we're able to get that pin in. We used a mirror to poke underneath to make sure the pin was going in, and then put the bolt in the top of the motor mount, and that located it, and then we were able to put the bolts on this bracket to the engine. And now we can snug it all down, and then we can go and torque it all up, and that'll be this motor mount.
We're going to set the torques.
The torques. How many torques do you think is going to be?
Oh, it's going to be enough.
That's right. So 70 torques into the body, 50 torques onto the into the aluminum, and then 70 torques for the motor mount bolt through the one that goes through the motor mount. Here we go.
$70 on this.
70 on that.
See the engine shift?
Oh yeah.
50?
That's because these, yeah, 50 on those.
70
yeah.
are here?
No, 50.
That's 50?
Yeah. It probably could be 60, but as I say, into aluminum, I'm always cautious. While we're waiting for Steve, I'll take a minute to thank you for watching this portion of Gary's Garage.
And I'm going to cut these motor mounts into different segments. But I want to thank you for watching and ask you to subscribe. And if you like the video, please press like. And it all helps, and it helps to me move on to do more of these. So thanks very much. And
I think I got it in the shot there.
yeah, you're in the you're the helper today. So perfect. So let's finish this off, and that'll be the passenger side hydraulic motor mount on this Hyundai. All right, there we go. So the next up are the thrust mounts. The thrust mounts, there's a hydraulic one in the back and a small rubber donut one in the front. So we'll do the back one first, and then we're going to do the front one.